ambiguity here of his own idea. And I think Berkeley would sort of exploit that ambiguity, in the sense that ideas are being formed in my mind, right? But they are not my ideas. So in that sense, they are my ideas, but they are not my ideas in the sense that they are product of my brain, because as far as ideas related to primary qualities are concerned, they are actually the representation of the actual world. So they are impressions which are formed because the external world is acting on our brain through insensible stimuli. And similarly, our ideas of the secondary qualities are formed through interaction between those stimuli and our own mind. So they are product. So in that sense, they are our ideas, but they are our ideas only in the sense that they are the product of our interaction between the external world. So in both cases, they are not merely our ideas, but there is ambiguity there, and Berkeley would exploit that ambiguity. So Berkeley came very early to regard this picture of the world as at once absurd, dangerous, and repulsive. It was absurd, he argued, because it is implied of fantastic skepticism, plainly intolerable to good common sense. For how could an observer aware only of his own ideas, So that's the ambiguity. Know anything of the Locke's external world? Well, because the external world, we have a causal relationship with the external world. You can criticize that, but Locke has answered. Locke himself had insisted that color, for example, is only an apparent, not a real feature of it. I mean, that's also an ambiguity because, and obviously there is a chance of misreading there. And there has been one reading which think that secondary qualities are actually in our mind, but that's not entirely true, because so one reading is that secondary qualities are, for example, sound, are not in the actual world, but they are in our mind. On the other hand, solidity, the idea of solidity, for example, is in our mind, but also in the external world. So here our mind is actually representing the actual world, but here it is not. But that's not entirely true, because sound is also in the external world, in the sense that sound is a product of our idea of sound is a product of the interaction between our mind and something there in the external world. So it's not entirely in our brain, it's not entirely out there, but it's the product of the interaction between mind and the external world.